Hi, I'm Salaro, the founder of Salaro.com, and today I'd like to talk about the latest trends in web development and web design, uh, considering the exponential increase in mobile device penetrations around the world. The focus is how we can deliver web content efficiently at lowest possible costs to the changing web world using the new Smart Responsive CSS Framework. Currently, 90% of the world population owns a mobile device of some sort, and I was quite astonished a couple of weeks ago when I read that just Apple by itself produces nearly 5 mobile devices per second, which is actually more than the 4.5 babies being born every second globally. So you can see that it's not difficult to extrapolate that in the next couple of years, most web surfers around the globe either have a capable smartphone that already can browse the web, or will be replacing their old phones with a brand new iPhone, Android, or Windows phone. We can see evidence that mobile devices have already displaced many of the fixed location technologies. This is more so perhaps in the rural areas in the developed world, but most certainly in the third world or developing countries like India, Brazil, and China, where the cost of having fixed broadband is much higher than having mobile broadband. We can see in this nice picture by Google some of the changing behavior as a result of this mobile explosion. For example, from their perspective, they can see that the mobile users usually just browse the first page in a search results. They very rarely go beyond the top 5, 6, 7 records, and they move on. This is completely different to the way that they search on a desktop. They also see a pattern emerging that the mobile users seem to be more interested in a very local information rather than the desktop user that is usually looking at countrywide or global bits of content. The other interesting pattern is how multitasking seems to be the way people listen to music while they browse on their iPad or tablet device, or perhaps watch TV while they are using their smartphone to check out Facebook or Twitter. Obviously, the mobile shopping is also increasing exponentially, and that is especially seen in most of the financial reports by large commerce organizations. And what I see a pattern is that most reports are saying that their web and e-commerce is growing, I don't know, between 10 to 20% per year on year, while their traditional commerce is either stagnant or in most cases declining. In the past couple of years, we've seen that the smarter organizations had already been adapting mobile technologies for their business. They've also been trying hard to have their web content being shown to these variety of devices and use. Prices for the mobile devices are coming down rather fast. I was very interested in one report that said that a tablet manufacturer in India has already produced a tablet at $50, and I think their 3G version was just over $100, which means that a lot of the population that previously just didn't have the budget to get their hands on an expensive iPad or a Android tablet now are able to get their hands on a fairly inexpensive tablet device. Here at Solaro, we are currently open for business to help bringing organizations existing web assets that either exist in .NET New or other CMS platforms using this new exciting responsive CSS framework. During the next couple of minutes, I'd like to just to go through one example, which is on a .NET.co.uk, which we recently upgraded to this platform. You can see that going to the site using standard browser widescreen format and perhaps some widescreen tablets would give you the same behavior as a standard desktop. No different. However, the advantage is when you look at it on a different device size. So as you can see, as the window is reduced, suddenly at some point the 3 panes become a single pane. And that's really nice because it means that if you are on a device that is not wide enough to hold all the 3 panes, it shows it on one without the loss of content because they're just stacked on top of one another. But the beauty is that majority of the mobile devices out there are iPhone, typical Android smartphone size, which is around this amount of real estate. And you can see that the whole content in the home page is still visible there. Great Web2 style footer, and the images get smaller or larger as the screen size changes. The real nice bit about it is the menu. The menu automatically changes its methods, and one can reach the secondary pages or the child pages as well as the parent pages in a real easy way. Typically, if I go to, I don't know, one of the pages, you can see that the content is nicely displayed without any detriment to the visual aspects of the page. We're here to help you transform your content into this format. Doesn't matter if you're on a different CMS platform, we can help you bring it all here. Just use one of the feedback forms either on .NET.co.uk or solaro.com, and we'll get back to you with some ideas of how we can help you. Thank you.